Hello, TSA Global. My name is Ayush Kora, and I'm here with.
Joseph Kopecky.
So, I'm going to make you talk about why you're interested in computer science, what projects you've done, what you did in high school, and if you have any advice for those future computer science students like myself. Please
Okay.
give some advice on how to get into UT Austin. Let's start basic. What are you interested
I initially was just interested in building things.
in?
So I liked Legos. I liked Minecraft, building all the structures of Minecraft. And I thought, okay, me as a little kid, not that little, I need to figure out what I'm going to do with my life. I like building things. I don't want to be a construction worker. I heard it sucks doing that. Engineering sounds good. Engineering, I heard that career path wasn't very sustainable. How about computers?
Computers.
You can build things with computers, can't you? Yeah, it turns out you can, as such. My career path is now building things with computers.
So, you're in UT Austin computer science, right? And we all know computer
That
science is
is
very
correct.
hard to get into. A major in UT Austin, right? So, what did you do in high school? What was your extracurriculars?
So it was an app for the Congressional App Challenge. Don't worry, I had never heard of it either. But it's a challenge where across the nation, or I guess delimited by your district in your state, you make an app and you compete against everyone else, and whoever wins gets to go to Washington, D.C. We did a project called Cacao. So that was an app we did over the summer. We built an app for students. It kept track of your courses, it kept track of your grade and your GPA because we all know you've got to keep track of your GPA. It kept track of a calendar for you, and it was just generally of I'm leaving out the main feature. You got a feed. You got all that information that just infinitely scrolls, and it's good information. You can take your TikTok and throw it out a window because it was way better information.
Yeah, it's basically
Way more
TikTok
information.
for nerds.
It's TikTok for nerds. That is a
TikTok for
great,
nerds.
great way to say that. So we did that, and then we won. So we went to Washington, D.C. And
Hmm.
that picture is my profile picture even now because I don't do that many professional pictures. Senior year, TSA, I joined. See, this guy over here, while we were working on Cacao, was like, so, you should do TSA. So I did TSA. So I built a vegetarian restaurant website. I spent over 100 hours on it. I thought it was really pretty. It is like one of my favorite actual design projects. We didn't win. That's fine. I'm not upset about that. But it was really pretty and it's really good for the portfolio after. Do we want to do projects later? Is that like
We could do it right now. Amazing segue.
so for my TSA project, I built a vegetarian website. It's called Condelu Meals, okay? The name kind of needs some work. Don't worry too much about it. But the website is what matters. We're bringing premium to fast food, okay? Also, you can change the highlight color. I don't know if you knew that. But you got your menu, you can do an order. But let's look at the homepage first, shall we? All of your favorite items right here, ready to be added to your cart. Because it's a vegetarian restaurant, you just want to see all your nutrition facts, right? They're right there. So let's add, I'm crazy. I want 5 watermelon bowls, okay? I'm
Hmm.
just a little crazy like that. So you want to be like John Doe over here? You got to join us. You got to create an account. We'll do that later. But how are we different? Well, it's a vegetarian restaurant. We got to make sure they know that we're a good vegetarian restaurant, not some pretender who's only making a website for a project. Like, come on. If you want to work with us, we'll hire you. I won't, but the website will. You can be a cooking staff, a counter or delivery driver assistant, or a driver. This link, this email, it doesn't exist. Don't try it.
Haha.
But how about let's make an account, shall we? Let's be John Doe. Again, you got all your nice little intro animations. I already have an account. We don't worry about that. Let's say j@m.k. You can go to your account. You can even change your picture URL if you want to just go get a random profile pic stock photo. That's going to be my stock photo. This
Who is
guy
this
right
guy?
here, my stock photo. I don't know, but he's my stock photo now. Now we reload. That's who I am. Look, that's my stock photo guy now. But you can see your reviews here. You can change your password and you can create an account. You've got to make sure they know. But let's say we want to go look at the menu. So we got a very fancy animated header there. Let's go to our menu. So let's say you want something specific. You want pizza because we already didn't get enough pizza. Let's get some pizza. You can just search very easily, and it's just a nice thing. But let's say you want a drink and you just only want to see drinks, or you're just browsing, you want to see everything. You can do that too. Who am I to stop you? Then let's say you're done with your order. You want to go place your order. You want to get your food. Here you can easily see everything you've ordered. And if you click a thing, you can see the line going through it. You can remove it. And then it's just like that. It's so simple.
So the website you built was for Webmaster, right? What was your thought process in creating the idea and your process in actually building the website?
All right. So we got the task. It was specifically, it had to be a vegetarian or vegan site. As someone who really likes meat, I didn't have a lot of experience with that, but I thought we probably want a green accent color. We probably wanted to go with that theme. And I was kind of into the web design theme of like premium dark theme. So I wanted a premium restaurant and with a very fancy black background. That was my idea after I made a grave mistake, okay? I tried to do a fancy, I wanted to get all the fancy points. I wanted to impress the judges. I made a horizontal scrolling website and it was horrible. Do not do it. But you got to try something and then you got to realize it's going to suck and then you got to nuke it, okay? So then you get the new idea that's better and then you just burn 100 hours on it. That's how you do it. As for more of the technical side, I had a lot of experience with Java leading up to this. It was the only programming language that I knew. So I wanted a Java for the backend server. And the best way to do that I found was with Spring Boot. So you can very easily create links to web pages and it'll just have a great template processing engine. So you can just add dynamic content from it. Where do you get that content? You get a database. MySQL database. Very easy. Again, with Spring Boot, you can literally have a Java class represent the database tables. As for the front end, I was pretty much keeping it simple. JavaScript, HTML, CSS. I used a nice little CSS engine called ASS, SAS, very sassy, you know? It's great. You can have variables so easily. You can have all your files organized. That's how we did that. As for documentation, the great thing about Webmaster, you don't really need much documentation. I can even, well, no, I won't do that. But all you really need is your references for like what you learned from, and also you got to link all the images. You got to make sure that any images you used are recorded. As a vegetarian restaurant website, I wasn't taking those images myself. I had to go to stock image site, and for every image, I had to record the link and MLA citation it. That's like 40 images. MLA cited in HTML. I had to italicize in HTML. It sucked, but we got there in the end. That's the documentation.
Okay, so for any freshmen or underclassmen that want to do Webmaster in the future for this year or next year, what advice would you give them?
So let me preface this by saying that I didn't win, but I got a good programming project out of it. I think that is a good thing to keep in mind because even if you don't win, then you're still going to have something to show for it. But I know my audience, you all want to win. So, how to win? Play to your strengths. Don't waste your time learning something new if you already know something, unless, again, you want it for the experience, which is fair. But your time's going to be limited, and websites take a lot of time. So you probably want to do it efficiently. And I'd say an efficient way to do it is to use what you know. As for other things, look at other websites. Take inspiration from their design because I am not a UI or UX designer. I've never had anything about that. Self-taught and everything, but you teach yourself by seeing other people who know what they're doing and copying them. Not literally copying them, but that's how you do it.
So, Joseph, now that you're in college, you're in UT Austin, what are your future plans for the next few years? What are you trying to do? what are your goals that you're aiming for?
I want to join clubs at UT. See, you think computer science getting into UT is annoying? You got to apply to these clubs. You don't get to just walk in. You got to apply. So that's the next semester problem. This semester, I'm focusing on this project, and I have another project. I guess I can talk about that other project because obviously clubs are a given, and I also don't know enough about the club landscape yet. Is writing tools on the web because I'm going to be honest, Google Docs, complete white interface, it gets very bad for the eyes. I gotta have my dark mode. But all the other options I looked at, they're either paid or they're not very good, or they're a little good, but I just don't like something about them. So I'm building my own. I haven't solved cloud storage yet. I ain't gonna be able to store that. So we'll figure out how that goes. The other idea, because I want to learn some of the fancier stuff, because as I said on the other project for Webmaster, that you got to play to what you know. But in the long run, you need to learn new things. So I'm going to try and get into React for the front end and Express with like Node.js for the back end. But it's a, any of you ever used Microsoft Teams or Slack? I heard a lot of complaints. I've never used them, but I'm making my own. That's what we're doing.
Okay,
That's all I
okay.
know about it. I came up with the idea not too long ago. I don't actually have a big project like big description on that. Projects and a lot of them. And if you're going to UT, it's an extended resume. It had better be more than one page. I know someone who had a one-page resume. They wasted so much potential. It should better. Mine was like 5 or 6 pages. If you have the space, use it. Sorry. And in order to use it effectively, you need programming projects, and they pretty much need to be good. But also clubs, extracurriculars, GPA. Let's have the controversial talk, shall we? At a point, it doesn't matter. I'm friends with a CS student. They were like 30th in their class. It, there's a point where it's good enough. There's a point where your SAT score is good enough. There's a point where you got to just dedicate your class time to projects instead and ignore school. Because school, who cares about it anymore? It's project time. I
I
have
think that's
like
everything, Lucky.
major bias.
Thank you for being on the first ever interview on TSA Global. All the fans will love to see it and will very much use your advice. You have
Right.
any final words for the people, the masses?
Y'all stress too much.
Mm,
Goodbye.
facts. All right.
Goodbye.